Hey guys, and today I'm gonna talking about advanced techniques with the sampler in VCV Rack. So let's get to the first one, and this is a resampling technique. In Nysthi Simpliciter, you can choose in right-click menu pre-record mode, and then tap 120. So you will get 2 full minutes for recording VCV Rack in resampling mode. So you need to disable SOS and line and connect your main mixer output to the Nysthi Simpliciter. Then you will need some initial start trigger, and I found this in book audio manual. Just click trigger on load in right click menu, then connect the trigger to the recording CV input and save your template. Then you need to reload your VCV Rack to get immediately automating recording everything you will put in your mixer. And let's have a look on something like palette. Let's choose a kick drum, connect trigger. For example, that's too fast. You can see here, so every 2 minutes this pre-file will be rejected and re-recorded. So you already get these 2 minutes in your random access memory, so it won't let your hard drive or SSD let down by size. And it's pretty awesome. You can fix your IDs or immediately stop the recording and use it as a sample or save sample, whatever you want. It's pretty amazing tool that you need to know about. Let's move to the next technique. Is about new Rampout in Simpliciter. And this Rampout shows the face of the where the playhead is playing now. So it can be useful in various ways, and I'm gonna show you how this would be applied with awesome PD array module. So let's have a look how it would be working with the PD array. So PD array can receive any phase input inside. So let's just input around 10,000 values and draw some upper line and choose output range to plus 10 volts. Then you need to load some samples. I got some from my favorite free sample site, freesound.org. Let's try this piano loop. Let's just connect it to the mixer at first. Pretty cool. So if you look at the scope, you can see the playhead position just reflect to from the 0 voltage to 10 and again and again. So it's every time it's ramp voltage control, so you can apply it to the PD array and control, then draw everything you want. And it would be especially useful for controlling VCA. So you need to go to Mix Master and choose Linear VCA and take this smoothing output inside, and you can draw your volume automation curve at first. and this pretty cool feature. And if you shorten your sample file, you can draw everything you want, and the face would be corresponding to the playhead. And this is pretty nice feature in the new update. Of course, you can choose in right click menu add fade in and fade out, and you can hear the click immediately gone. Sometimes it doesn't work with internal transient smoother, but anyway, let's reset it and let's try it on the transient smoother. But this works awesome, of course, but you can use still the PD array to control your VCA and amplitude output. This is pretty nice. So the next tip is using a internal grid slicer in Simpliciter, and control it with just an ordinary sequencer to get some nice things. Just let me show you what I'm talking about. There's two right-click menu just on the waveform, and send the peak threshold to get the nice picture of transient like that, and select by slicing on the peak. Then you will get those slices, and you can apply just an ordinary sequence tree. And with using end of cycle output, you can apply trigger it as an external clock and just load into the select CV control and let it start it. So you can draw this sequence, and you will get a sequence just with those slices. And if you will remove your end of cycle clock, you will get some interesting results just with internal one. Let's deactivate VCA. Pretty cool. Just reduce the step control. Very nice. And here's a Detroit sequencer from Bidoo, when you can select a scale of none. And the main feature of Detroit is choosing the rests for each step. Let's give it some try. Let's apply some sequence. And let's apply some rests. And when the rest apply, you will see the full playing slice. And in case of playing slice sequence, it can be very useful. Very nice. So let's switch to another technique. So you can get evolving textures with end of cycle output and, let's say, sample and hold module. Let's just load some another samples that I grabbed from, let's initialize it at first, from Free Sound as well. It's a violin on bow on a cymbal. So the thing about sample is, as a loop, it will be repeat and repeat each time the cycle is done, but with help of end of cycle output and sample hold, you can switch your speed random speed sometimes and get just continuously texture sample. Let me show you. Let's just add modular. Let's connect to the end of cycle output. Let's choose some slice here. Let's decrease a negative and a positive range, and let's apply it to the CV control. But it's a bit too much. Just like this. Let's increase the gain, or you can use a normalize selection as well. So you can apply a Slew Limiter just to make sure the switch and the effect just unpleasant sound with a click. You will still hear some gap between this start and end. But with no click is nice, and you can use sometimes PDA array. For example, let's try it out. I just like fade in and fade out feature in PDA array. Sometimes it's pretty musical, so you can use it, freely use it. And you can manipulate with slice maker, of course. For example, let's apply only a positive range to the start marker. Oops. Carefully set desirable position, because it's absolutely one. So let's initialize it and try again, just with normalize all file. You can also apply some control to the end marker, but sometimes you will get a glitch result because coordinates will be clashing. So that was a technique. So also we have an envelope output, and also we have an expander. So you can apply your envelope follower from the sample into the wall in inertia by just invert it as you would like. Let's increase envelope follower multiplier. You will see that bow picture right here. And this controlled by the sample itself, so it would be pretty live. when you're gonna use it, for sure. Don't forget to activate start and end mode, so prevent any clashing in coordinates of slices. So that was being pretty nice. And next trick I want to show you is about making textures with back and forth square wave LFO with Slew Limiter, some Slew Limiter applying. So let's take LFO 1, just decrease the speed, let's take a Slew Limiter. And let's apply to the CV control and choose the bipolar mode, of course. So like that, but you need to decrease your Slew Limiter time, and you need to increase just like that. You need to set vary speed at 0 point, so to get just backward and forward effects. Very nice. You can choose your desirable sample position. I think in this case you don't even need a Slew Limiter. Nice, it worked without a gap. You can apply same thing to the backward and forward, but you still get the gap. So this is pretty cool as well. Also, you can use a ramp output for converting your ramp into some LFO using ZZC modules. Just like that. Let's compare this. So as you can see, the initial one is a triangle and the connected one is a sine wave. You can just select phase shift, and even distort this waveform and apply it to some effects. But I feel we need to choose our piano file. Something like that, and you can control some positions. Let's apply some Supercell. Let's apply to the mix control. You can take another one and convert something for the reverb shape, or even use a divider. Which can convert, decrease or increase your phase, and then you can convert it to the desirable waveform. In that case, I increase the waveform, speed of waveform, and in this case I decrease it by 4, and that's pretty nice. So you can use your sampler as a controller for various effects or things. It's pretty nice working, by the way. Don't forget, you can still grab all your experimentation for our resampling bus, which is pretty fun. So that was all technique I would like to show you. You can grab this patch on my Patreon with 2 of those samples, and thank you for watching, guys, and see you next time.